Good morning. Hello. It's Saturday morning, and my name is Ann Lefkovits, and I am the Graceful Yogi. Today's class is going to be a 60-minute yoga class. You can see the sunshine right through, coming through the light right here through my window. Yoga, yoga. All right, it is October 18th, no King's Day. Heavy day. But today we're going to spend the first hour, 9 a.m. here on the West Coast in Northern California. And just place your hands together right in front of you. Come down to your mat, sit on your meditation pillow, sit on a blanket, blocks, or maybe you don't sit on anything and you just kind of rub your hands together and start to do some nice breath work. We're going to do a little bit of quieting the mind and some breathing into the count of 10 and exhaling to the count of 10. Beautiful. And then clasp the fingertips together and press them out in front of you, sitting up nice and tall. Don't reach forward. Sit up tall, stacking your spine. And you just reach those arms, press those palms towards the front of your room, wherever you are. And then release. And let's roll those wrists a little bit. And then reverse the circles of the wrists. And now bring those hands down to your knees. I like to count with my fingers, so I'll use each digit to kind of press into my knee, counting to the 10, all 10 fingers while you're breathing in, and then you pause, and then you let your breath out to the count of 10. We'll do 4 of those, but maybe we'll do more. I'm just going to see how it feels for class this morning. So we're going to start with a little meditation, sitting here nice and tall. Here we go. Inhaling. Pausing. Exhale. Pause at the bottom. Inhale. Pause at the top. Exhaling. Inhale through the nostrils. Begin. Pause and exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause and exhale. Pause at the bottom. Let's do 2 more sets. Inhale. Pause and exhale. Pause. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Natural breathing, keeping your eyes closed. Turn the palms up. Shoulders draw down the back. Do some natural breathing. And then gently open up your eyes. Start to wiggle the fingertips, reach them up to the ceiling, nice and tall. Maybe look up at the ceiling. And then draw those arms nice and wide down to your mat. And we'll reach up again. Second set, look up at the ceiling, reach, 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 and then open the arms nice and wide. We'll do 2 more, reaching up again. And open the arms. Last set, reach up. And open nice and wide. I'm going to place my right hand to the outside of my left knee. My left hand will go behind the back, and I'm just going to do a nice little gentle twist over to the left. My eyes, my chin, my head is looking over the left side, left shoulder, breathing kind of into that first gentle twist. And then tilt the head slightly, the ear towards the shoulder, and then straighten the head back up, and then release the head, come back to center, and then release the arms back to center. Shake it out a little bit. And now we'll just take that right hand behind the back, the left arm over on the outside of the right knee, and then we're just twisting to the right. Again, you're looking over that right shoulder, sitting up nice and tall, breathing. You can tilt that right ear towards the right shoulder, and then back up to center, and then turn the head to being forward. And I have that bit of sunshine right in front of my face. I can see it on the video. And then release. Kind of move your body around, wiggle those shoulders. Let's do some separate rolling. Right shoulder back, left shoulder back, and then roll them forward. Beautiful. I'm going to take a block that I happen to have right handy here, place it on the right side, put my palm on the right side, the right block, and then I'm going to take this left arm, reach it out to the side, a nice little T, and then I'm going to reach it up, palm faces up, and then slightly bend to the right, locking, not locking, but like pressing that left hip down to the mat. You're bending the right elbow and you're just kind of breathing and pressing and releasing. Oblique stretch, and then twist, look down, and then look back up, and then twist and come down. Your chest sort of faces that block, and then you have that nice, beautiful little side bend, and then release and come all the way back with that left arm. Switch block over to the left side, left palm on the block, right arm reaches to the side, and then inhale, reach it all the way up and over. Breathe into that, stretch, bend the left elbow. Nice. Right hip tries to stay connected. And then we're just going to twist a little bit so that our chest faces the block. And then come back to the side. And then twist. It's a little thoracic twist there at the T12. And then come on back. Beautiful. And one last little twist. And then back. And then reach that arm nice and long out to the side. Beautiful. I'm going to put that block off to the side, extend my legs out in front, kind of hit them a little, gentle hitting on the top and the side. Beautiful. And now I'm just going to come to standing. I'll take my meditation pillow off to the side, bringing my blocks to the front of my mat. And then I'm going to step back to the back part of the mat. We're going to do some nice little roll downs. Walking out, downward dog, monkey walk our hands back. And maybe we'll do 3, 4 of those this morning. All right, your feet will be, I'd like to have them come together. So have your ankles and your big toes touch, standing up nice and tall. You're in mountain pose. The shoulders draw down the back. Inhaling, raise those arms up. And exhale, bend the wrist, chin to chest, and roll on down one vertebrae at a time. Come to the mat where your fingertips may or may not touch. Slightly bend those knees. Find your nice little forward fold here. Drop that head. And you can kind of straighten one leg, bend the other knee, and then reverse, straighten. I'm straightening my right knee, bending my left knee, and then release, straighten the left, bend that right knee. Really feel your feet into the mat and then just come back to neutral. And now let's just walk out onto the mat with our hands. Let's put our blocks on the lowest height and put your palms on top of the blocks. Maybe have a little bit of your palm off the block. Spread the fingertips. Press the hips back over those heels. I want the weight on the heels. You should be able to have your feet, your heels connected to the mat when you're on blocks, but maybe not. And if that's the case, open up your feet a little bit more, and maybe you have to make your downward dog a little tighter, meaning you bring your hands a little bit closer to the toes so that you can have a little downward dog, and your hips are now really back onto the heels. Breathing into it is just nice and gentle. I'm nodding my head with a yes, a gentle yes. And then I'm going to do a no, which I'm just going to look underneath each armpit, hesitate, pause. Beautiful. And now lift the head up, open up those blocks just a little bit, step forward in between the blocks, and you're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Take your time. Last thing to come up is the head. Beautiful. Standing in mountain pose. Now we'll reverse that. Inhale, draw the arms up. Exhaling. Rest. Come on down, nice and easy. Open up those feet. Beautiful. And now you're going to walk the feet back into downward dog. Hands on those blocks. Second set, downward dog. Feels pretty good. And now you can really kind of pedal the feet, which is lift up that left heel, press into the right, lift up the right, press into the left. I'm still on my blocks with my palms. I'm allowing for that beautiful stretch into my hips when I've got that leg straight. And a couple more pedaling. Beautiful. And now release the hands to the mat. Walk the hands back to the feet, forward fold. I'm feeling pretty good in the hamstrings. And now I'm going to roll up using my legs, pressing them into the mat. Beautiful. All right. Feet come together, palms right out in front. Inhale, draw the arms up. Exhale, roll on down. Walk the hands out. Do your downward dog. Come off of your blocks. If that works for you, we're going to do a little chaturanga right here. So I'm just finding my dog on the mat.
spreading my hips, doing a little bit of pedaling, sort of waking up the body. And now pause a moment. We're going to inhale to that beautiful plank pose. Exhale down to a push-up. I'm going to drop my knees and my elbows come nice and tight into the sides. Inhale, upward dog, gentle upward dog, and exhaling, downward dog. Beautiful. Look in between the hands, step, hop, jump, forward fold, and roll yourself back up to standing mountain pose. Inhale, draw the arms up. Exhale. Inhale, left leg goes back, right leg stays into low lunge. Holding right here, grab your blocks onto the medium height. Pressing into the right foot, finding this beautiful runner stretch, gazing beyond your mat. The spine is nice and long. Turn the left block down to low level. And now bend the right elbow, start to twist. For a gentle twist, raise that right arm up. Press into the right foot. Left heel is pressing back towards the wall. Breathing in your gentle twist, reach that right arm away from you. Look at it. And then reach it back up. Let's do a second set. Reach that right arm, look at it, and come on back up. Right arm comes down to the block. Pause a moment there. Let's do a little lifting the right leg to the pigeon, right knee to right hand. Draw that left leg nice and long. Hands off the block, and they're just right in front of that leg. Find your pigeon. Maybe you stay up in pigeon if you would like. Come on down to the forearms and make a nice little pillow, or use your block and put your forehead down to the mat. Pause a moment here in your pigeon on the right side. Draw the belly back. Top of the left foot is on the mat. Take a breath in and exhale. Beautiful. Really kind of opening and breathing into that right hip. And now draw yourself back up. If you would like, bend this left knee, grab it with your left hand, the foot, and see if you can press the foot into the hand for a nice quadricep stretch. Press the foot into the hand, quadricep stretch, opening up that left shoulder, opening up your psoas, looking straight ahead, breathing, and then gently release. And now you're just going to come back to where you're in that downward dog, raising both feet onto the mat, both hands onto the mat, downward dog. Beautiful, chaturanga. Let's inhale to a plank pose. Exhale down to push-up. Inhale, nice little upward sphinx, upward dog, whatever feels good to you. And then press yourself back into downward dog. Beautiful. Look in between the hands, step forward in between the hands. Pause here a moment in your forward fold. You can bend the knees, nice and gentle, into the forward fold. Chest rests on the knees, and then straighten the legs. Step back with the right foot. Runner's stretch on the left side. Come to the high, medium height of your blocks. Just place your palms on the blocks, nice and gentle. And gaze beyond your mat. Beautiful. That right heel pushes towards the wall. Left leg is really engaged, pressing into the mat with the left foot. Turn the right block to the low level. And now gentle twist, bending that left elbow. Reach it up to the sky. Gentle twist. Breathing into it. Just dusting off those cobwebs in your yoga practice. Reaching that left arm away from you, and then look at that left arm a little bit. It's like a little side bend. And then reach back up. Woo! And then again, look and reach back up. Third set, reach and look and back up. And then bring your hand down onto the block. We're going to lift that left leg, left knee to the left wrist, pigeon on the left side. Woo. We're just doing some basic yoga poses this morning. Using our yoga blocks. You can always bring props, yoga strap, yoga block to your practice and then come down onto the forearms and then make a nice little pillow. Place your forehead onto the hands. Really lengthen that right leg. I like to rock a little bit side to side. Top of my right foot is on the mat. Right knee on the mat. Your right quadricep should be kind of on the mat if that's possible. Maybe your forehead comes down to the mat. Release, breathe, release, breathe. And now slowly come on up. And we're going to bend that right knee and grab the right foot with the right hand. And we're just going to try to push that right foot into the hand where you kind of reach yourself, your chest up, slightly gaze a little bit up, pushing that right foot into the right hand, finding that counterbalance, finding that length and strength in the arm, in the psoas, squeezing the glute, breathing into it, and then release. Hands come forward, curl the right toes under. You're going to lift up and bring that left leg back to the right. Breathing, enjoying your downward dog. Breathe into it. Spread the fingertips apart. Spread the toes apart. Drop the head. Look in between the knees. Feel your dog. Feel your breath in your body. Walking my hands back to my feet for another forward fold. And now bring the feet together, heels, toes, heels, toes. We're just going to bend the knees slightly. The fingertips are on the mat and you're sitting in a chair pose. And now I want you to reach those arms up slightly and then come back down into chair. Hold it right here. Squeeze the knees together. Chair pose. Draw the belly back. Squeeze the knees together. I'm going to draw my hands right in front in prayer position. I want to twist to the right, my left elbow to the outside of the right knee, palms pressed, look beyond. Beautiful. Draw yourself back to center. Pause a moment and now twist to the left. Right elbow to the left knee. Press the palms together. Gaze beyond, holding it. This is a real killer, the chair. And now back to center. And now straighten yourself back up to standing. Arms go all the way up to the ceiling. Reach up, squeeze the glutes. And then come forward, arms open nice and wide. Woo, that was pretty darn good. Yes, stretch out the legs a little bit, shake them out. Let's do a balancing pose, which will be a tree pose. I'm going to put the timer on for 1 minute. Beautiful. Let's see if I can place it on my foam roller. I like to do my balancing poses on the hardwood floor. We've got our mat, close by. If you want to stand on your mat, you're more than welcome to. We're going to be on the left leg first. And you can see I'm already prepping by lifting up my right heel. And you're going to find your point of concentration forward on the floor. And then you'll gently just place the foot either at the ankle, the calf, the knee, maybe up a little higher. And we're going to do for 1 minute. If you fall out, just come back into your tree pose. Okay? So here we go. I'm going to start the timer and begin. And release. Release that leg and shake out the standing leg, your left leg. Shake it out. Shake out both legs. Feels good. All right, we're going to do that same thing, but standing on our right leg, lifting the left leg. All right. 1 minute. And I'm really rooting that right leg down and begin. And release. Shake it out, shake it out. Lovely. All right, that was pretty good. Haven't had such a solid balancing pose. I think it's because I had a nice 60-minute foot massage yesterday. And I think that really helped a lot with my balance and feeling like my body is kind of even with the therapy and the massage piece of it. All right, let's come to the back of our mats and we're going to do another little roll down.
And then we'll get, into some fun poses. So standing in mountain, shoulders draw down the back, the palms face forward. Inhale, draw the arms up. Exhaling, roll down, one vertebra at a time. Open up those feet, hip width apart. Find your forward fold. Let's walk the hands out nice and gentle into your downward dog. Find your dog on the mat. Pedal a little bit. Raise that right leg up and now stack the hip and bend the right knee. Look underneath your left armpit and find your ankle, find your foot. Three-legged dog, breathing into it, opening up the hip. Equal pressure on all 3 points that are attached to the ground. And now straighten the leg, bring that hip back to center and bring the right foot down. We're going to raise the left foot up, nice and long. And now stack it on top. Left hip stacks onto right hip, bend that left leg, look underneath your right armpit, breathe into it, chest tries to draw towards the right knee. Breathing into it, opening up the hip, opening up your side body. Woo. And now straighten that left leg, bring the hip back to center, and then bring that left foot back down to the mat. Breathe into it, shake it out. Let's do a chaturanga here. So we're going to inhale to plank pose, exhale to the push-up, inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Beautiful. All right, let's walk our hands and feet to the center. And now you're just going to sit down onto your mat. Well, before we sit down onto the mat, stay up on your toes. I'm going to turn towards you and I'm going to open up my feet slightly. We're going to do a nice little bakasana right here, just because it kind of feels good. My toes are out, my heels are in, and I'm going to place my elbows inside the knees and my palms right together in front of me, sitting up as tall as I can, and I kind of look to the right and then come back to center, and I look to the left and back to center. Beautiful. And now place the palms right down in front of you and dive the head towards the palms, straightening the legs. Open those heels. Let's do a big separate leg stretch, wide leg stretch here, opening up those feet. Maybe the toes point a little bit in, the heels point out. Your palms are right in front of you, and you've got this nice wide open leg position. Your hips kind of are on the heels a bit. And we're just going to take this right palm right in the center and then raise the left arm up. Again, gentle twist. Beautiful twisting. Loving it. The arms should be like airplane propellers. Push into the heels and you'll find you're really opening up your pelvis when you do that. And then bring that left hand back down and then place the left hand in the center. And now raise that right arm up. And again, press into the heels, push the heels out. And find the strength in your hips and legs. Reaching that right arm, twisting. And then bring that right hand back down to the mat. And now we're going to heels in, toes in, heels in, jump, jump. And now let's come down to the mat with our butt on the mat. We're going to do a little bit of plow, a little bit of balancing pose here. So I'm going to have my knees bent, and the toes are connected to the mat. Okay, so I'm trying to sit up tall. My hands are behind my thighs, and then I'm just going to bring them up to a tabletop, legs up to a tabletop. Draw the arms away from you. Hold it here. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The hands come behind the knees again. Draw the knees in as close as you can. We're going to roll back into rolling like a ball. So roll back to the shoulders and back up. See if you can balance. Roll back 2 and back up. Maybe your toes tap down, maybe they don't. We'll do 6, and that is 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. All right. And now place the feet onto the mat. Knees are still bent. Sit up tall. You're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Take your time to come down to the mat. Open up the feet to the outside of the mat. Drop the knees to the right. You can open up your arms to a nice T and just let everything go to the right. Let everything go. Let that left hip go. Don't hold it. Relax the right leg. Relax the right leg. And now take your time. I want you to think about the left side of the body coming to the mat as you lift those knees to the ceiling. You're using your obliques to move the knees to the ceiling. Draw the knees over to the left. Nice little stretch to the left. Knees are bent, and you're letting everything go. Do not hold anything. Let it go, let it go. Let the glutes go, let the glutes go. I'm telling myself because I can feel I'm sort of still holding in there, and I need to let it go a little bit more. My shoulders are trying to be on the mat. I'm not rolled to the left side at all. My fingertips are gentle on the floor. The back side of the hand is on the floor. Ah, this feels so good. And now again, if you want to, take this right hand and place it on the right hip. And when you draw the knees up, I want you to think about really, I'm engaging those obliques to draw the knees back up. Beautiful. All right, feet come back to the mat. And can you place your feet touching each other at the bottom? Open up the knees nice and gentle to the sides. If you need your yoga blocks underneath the thighs for support, go right ahead. The arms are nice and gentle right alongside of you, toward your knees. And let's just pause here a second. Let's take an inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Two more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhaling. And exhaling. Take your hands to the outside of your thighs. Draw your thighs together. Beautiful. Straighten out the left leg and then straighten out the right leg. Reach the arms above the head. Nice little starfish. Make a V with the arms, a V with the legs. Point the toes. Reach the fingertips away from you. Flex the feet. Reach the arms away from you. Point the toes. Reach, reach, reach. And then relax. Bring the arms back down. Bend the right knee. Put the foot on the mat. The left knee. Put the foot on the mat. We're going to do a little bit of bridge work here. Abdominal work. Bridging glutes. First, we'll do some nice gentle pelvic tilts. I just kind of taught this the other day, so I want to think about this pelvis, which is, you know, right, your hip area, your bones, your pelvis is the, you know, looks like two little kind of headlights or whatever, where the femur bone attaches in there. So I want you to touch your pelvis bones right here in front, your hip bones. And I want you to roll them so that a mouse or something could crawl underneath your back, okay? And then roll back and smash the mouse. It's just about 12 inches that you're rolling that spine forward and then rolling it back, smashing the mouse. Roll forward, do not use the glutes, only use your abdominal muscles to roll back to smash the mouse. My glutes are not engaged. Rolling forward for that nice little, it's like cat-cow, and then rolling back to smash the mouse. These are called pelvic tilts. Rolling forward again, letting the mouse crawl underneath, and then I'm rolling back to smash the mouse ever so gently, engaging the abdominals. Roll forward again, and then roll back. Beautiful. And then come to neutral spine, which is neither arched nor pressed down into the mat. It's neutral. The feet are going to come a little bit closer. And we're just going to raise the hips off the mat on an inhale. Exhale, reach the hips up towards the ceiling. The arms are nice and long, engaged into the mat. The feet are pressed into the mat. You're squeezing your glutes. You're holding it up here. You're going to bring the hips down with the back nice and straight and then pop them back up. We will do 8. So hips come down 1 and pop back up. Hips come down 2 and pop back up. And 3 and come on up, squeeze the glutes. 4 and back up. 5, squeeze the glutes. 6 and squeeze the glutes. 7, come on up. 8 and up. Hold it right there. Keep it up, up, up. Raise the arms up towards the ceiling. Palms face each other. Can you draw the hips down and press back up? Draw down, arms go away, and press back up. They come back to center. Arms go away from you and press the hips up. And here's 4. And press back up. And 5. And press up. 6. And press up. 7. And up. 8. And arms come down. Your hips are still up there. Raise the right leg off the mat to the ceiling. Draw the right leg away from you and bring it up. Draw away 2 and back up. 3 and back up. 4 and up, just to the height of the left knee. That's all you have to do. 6 and up. 2 more. 7 and up. Press into that left leg and up. Bend the knee, put the right leg down. Left leg comes up, point the toe, draw away from you. 1 and up, 2 and up, 3 and up, 4 and up, 5, up, 6 and up, 7 and up, 8 and up. Bend the knee, put the foot down, and hips come down. Draw the right knee in and then the left knee in. Rock side to side. Nice bridge work. We did 3 different exercises there. All good for the back side of the body. We cannot forget the back side of the body. And now we're just going to place our hands behind those knees, find a little momentum and roll up. Beautiful. Extend the legs out in front of you. I want to do a forward fold seated. So I'm just going to kind of get my junk off my trunk a little bit. As you flex the feet, and you want to raise those arms up to the ceiling and just do a nice little forward fold. Grabbing the feet, maybe the ankles, maybe the shins, press the legs into the mat. Strengthen those legs by pressing them into the mat. Engage, contract. Let your heart lead towards the shins. The heart leads towards the shins, and you just kind of breathe into that. Find that beautiful forward fold stretch, seated. Feels different than standing. Nonetheless, it feels really good. And now you're slowly just going to stack back up, one vertebrae coming to this nice little seated pose here. Let's bend both knees to the right, and we'll come back to our downward dog. Find your dog on the mat. I want to do triangles, right side, left side. So from your downward dog, let's raise the right leg off the mat, nice and long. Reach it really tall, point the toe, the chest draws to that left knee. And now bring that right knee in, step in between the hands. Grab your block if you can, turn the left foot out, draw yourself up to standing. Nice. All right. We're going to put the block in the right hand, and you're going to look at that block as you reach, like your side body's on a piece of glass, and then the block comes down towards that right ankle. Gently place the right palm on the block and then reach up into your triangle. Legs are nice and long. Okay, you don't have to hyperextend them, but I want them long. You don't, I mean, if you gotta bend the knees, go right ahead, but try to lengthen those legs. Think about your legs turning out up at the top, the thighs, really kind of twisting those legs. And I'm really kind of going into my side body here, down the back, my hip. Whew. Breathing into it. I'm going to bend that left elbow, place the hand in the small of my back, and I'm going to try to twist a little bit my upper body, looking up at the ceiling. Left shoulder tries to draw back, opening up my shoulders, looking up at the ceiling. And now I'm going to look forward, release that left arm, and now I'm going to slightly bend that right knee and draw myself back up. Ooh, switch hand in the left block, turn that right foot in, Turn the left foot out to point outward. Triangle on this left side. Open up the arms. Reach. Reach with this left arm nice and long. Place the block down. Beautiful. Maybe you have to open your triangle a little bit more, reaching the right arm up. Finding my triangle here, breathing into it, making my legs super strong, which means pushing the feet into the mat. Push your feet into the mat. Make them long. Breathe into it. Let's kind of slightly bend, not slightly, but bend that right elbow. I have to come up a little bit on this block. Turning my right head, looking up at the ceiling, turning to the right, not right head, left head, right side, turning my right shoulder, opening up a little bit more. Breathing into it. I got to drink lots of water today. Yes. And now I'm going to reach that right arm back up, turn facing forward. Find my nice little triangle here. And now I'm slightly going to bend that left knee and draw myself back up. Beautiful. Turn that right foot in and we can hop and bounce a little bit here. Great. All right. Shake it out. Putting the block back down here. I know what I want to do. I want to come back down to the mat, grab a yoga strap or a TheraBand, either or, whatever you have close. I'm going to grab my yoga strap and I'm just going to come down to my mat where I'm going to bring my blocks close towards my hips because I may use them as support when I stretch my leg out to the left and right. So I'm sitting up still and I've got my let's see, left leg will be long and then I'm going to put the strap underneath that right foot, not the arch, more where the pad is. And I'm going to try to bend that knee in as close as I can, sitting up tall. Now I'm going to do that nice little pelvic tilt and roll on down where I have that, and you can stay up and get a little bit of an abdominal workout here. And then slowly come down and extend that leg up to the ceiling at the same time. Even your strap out so that your elbows are nice and gentle onto the mat. The foot is nice and long up to the ceiling, flexed. Look up at that left leg and can you turn that left foot so that it's not, mine was turned out and I want to have it just nice and gently flex a little bit and leg long. Woo! All right, I'm going to actually take the strap into the right hand for a second here, lengthen that arm and draw the right leg out just about 4 inches. Let that femur bone drop into the mat and then bring the leg to the center. And then I want you to bring it over just across the body about 6 inches. That's it. Can you turn your toes towards the floor? Find that IT stretch, the outside of your shin. Bring the foot back and then back to center. Let's open up that right leg all the way to the right side. Your elbow kind of acts as a little kickstand. Again, if you want to put your block over there, you can turn it on medium height or the tall portion of the block. I just kind of have it against my wall here, which kind of acts as a nice little buffer. The heel is pressing in and I can feel this opening in my thigh on the right leg. And I might turn my toes towards the floor. Whew, that gets a nice opening there. Love it. You can engage the left leg a little bit. And now draw the right leg back up to the ceiling. Switch hands and let that right leg cross over the left. Open up the right arm. Right shoulder tries to stay connected. Beautiful. Take your right hand onto the right hip. Push the right hip towards your left heel. Oof. Reach the right arm above the head, over to the right. Oh, that feels good. And now draw that right leg back to the ceiling. Beautiful. Bend the knee. Put that left leg into your strap. Extend the right leg. Curl up. Bending the left knee in. You're curling up. You're holding it there for a couple seconds. And then slowly, as you roll down one vertebrae at a time, extend the leg to the ceiling. Beautiful. All right. Both straps in the left arm, left hand. And I want you to just open the leg a little bit, about 6 inches to the left. If it feels good to kind of turn the toes inward, get that stretch on the outside of the shin. And then draw the leg to the center and then across just about 6 inches. Back to center. And now let's open up that leg to the left. I'm going to get my block over there. Open the leg to the left. Oof. That feels good. And I'm really just kind of like lengthening this whole left side of my body. I'm actually going to take my hand and push my hip towards my heel. It's tight on this right side because of pickleball. I'm turning my toes towards the floor on the left foot. Breathing into it. Shoulders down. I felt them inking up towards my ears. Holding it there, breathing into it. And now I kind of want to stay here, but I fear we're running out of time. But let's reach that left leg back to the ceiling, switch hands. And now you're just going to take that left leg, cross it over the body. Left arm reaches out. Palm faces up. See if you can get that left shoulder to kind of come down to the mat. You may have to pick up the right a little bit to adjust yourself in this twist. Again, you know, with yoga, it's all a matter of, you know, tuning into the inside of your body and finding the areas that are willing to go a little bit deeper. And as you practice yoga, you will find that your hamstrings will open up a little bit more. Your hip will open up a little bit more. The hand, the fingertips, the toes, everything will just slightly move and open, and you've got better blood flow, you've got better breath. And now we're just going to raise that left leg back to the ceiling. Ooh. I don't think I've done separate leg stretch in a while. I'm going to bring that right leg into the strap, both together. And now bend the knees and straighten them back up. Neck nice and long. Bend the knees and straighten back up. Your tailbone should be connected to the mat. And bend those knees. and straighten back up. Beautiful. And now bend the knees, and you can just take that strap off of the feet. And we're just going to roll up, breathing into it. We're going to take the junk off the trunk. We're just going to come down into Shavasana. Raise those arms up to the ceiling. Forward fold. And now gently just roll back one vertebrae at a time into Shavasana. Open up the arms, the palms face up to the ceiling. The legs can be in a nice little V. Pausing here, gently breathing. Shavasana. Starting at the top of the head, relaxing, thinking, visualizing a waterfall, a beautiful waterfall, maybe in Hawaii, maybe in Yosemite, somewhere where you can visualize water flowing from the top of a mountain, top of a volcano, and the water just flows down, 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 rushing over the sides, over the eyebrows, the nose, down the cheeks, the ears, down through the throat. The water flows across the shoulders, the arms, your heart, your ribs, all your organs. The water flows ever so forceful, but yet gentle. This beautiful noise down through the hips, through the thighs. The water flows in through the kneecaps and the calf, the shins, the ankles, out through the toes, down into the pool that's gently moving around and still flowing. Start to wiggle your fingertips and your toes to come on back. Gently raising your arms above the head. One last stretch, reaching the legs away from you, the arms away. And gently come back with the arms, bend the knees and the elbows, roll to the right side, pause a moment in the fetal position. Pressing yourself up into a seated pose, back to where we began our class. Cross your legs in front, maybe use your pillow, a block, or neither. Just sitting up gently, place your hands in prayer right in front. You can bow your heads in gratitude for your practice today, for coming to the mat, for sharing your poses, your strength, your breath work. In gratitude and in peace within yourself, go out into the world with the gentleness and the kindness that you've worked with your body today. Namaste.